What's going on, everybody? It's Childish. We're back at it again with the next event update. We got a couple coming up for this end of the month here. As you guys know, we always get the opportunity to do our rune removal, so we got to get it out there. I want to let y'all know today because this is something that you need to get figured out before that final day. So again, guys, if you're new to the game, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. When I get the opportunity to let you guys know what events going on, I definitely try to get it out there before it kind of goes down so you guys can get a heads up on this. If there was ever an event that you want to get a jump start on what your goals are as far as what you want to improve, this is the one that you want to get it done. So this coming up Saturday, April 2nd, we got ourselves the Lunar Movil Day, 24 hours of complete rune removal without any cost to you. So this is huge. This is huge for mid to late game players. Early to beginning stage players, if you got that random runes that you want to kind of move around, it is cool. It is cool, but it's so early in the game that generally speaking, you're just going to be continuously getting runes, and so I wouldn't really put too much emphasis on it. Truly, if you are a beginner to this game, but mid to late game players definitely want to make sure that you're taking advantage of this particular thing. So, in addition to that, guys. Like I said it before, definitely take a look at where you're at with your progression. What needs a little bit of work. What is, what can you, balance out with some of the other units to allow yourselves to progress in different aspects of the game. Take a look at it, because you might find yourself that you can, mix and match some runes to still do what you're doing currently, but then allow you to, improve some units that are going to allow you to progress in various aspects of the game. So I definitely like to take advantage of this. If you haven't already, a lot of people feel like, there's no real reason to save, a lot of money when it comes to these rune removals. That is incorrect. You definitely want to save your money as much as you can, because as you might have guessed, you're going to be doing not just a lot of rune removing, but a lot of rune testing. And because of that, you're going to take a lot of those runes that you've been collecting over the last 30 days, level them up to plus 12, and see if you start rolling the stats that you want. Because once you get the stats that you want, certain substats and whatnot, this is going to allow you to use different combination of runes to make those units even sharper. Okay, the last but not least is the latest and greatest announcement that they put out for the Monster Battle. You guys might have seen this already. We have a lot of YouTubers out there, and I encourage you to take a sneak peek at all of them, because a good majority of them, the ones that you definitely respect their opinion, because the cool thing about this game is like everybody has many opinions, and in addition to that, they look at different units, subject or objectively, and subjectively, they look at it different based on what they have and what they don't have and what they see. Some people see certain things, some people don't. So it's cool to kind of get everybody's opinion on various things, because some people might be infatuated with a different with a unit that is like one of their units that improved, when in all reality there's so many other units that improved that everybody should know about it. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at these. But as you guys have seen before, when I do monster balances, I kind of shout out that hashtag ones to watch, right? I like to focus on the units that's going to really help out people with regards to where they're at in the game today. I mean, if you are a beginner, intermediate player, early on, some of these changes are going to be nice, but you're not going to see the value of it until you're sitting mid to late game to end game, and really have these units max skilled, max runes, so on and so forth. So first and foremost, the Hell Ladies. I am super excited. I know that a lot of these white ECB, Nick the Greek people running that Water Hell Lady, they got a really unique change there. Being able to destroy the enemy's target's max HP by 30% of the damage dealt. I'm excited for that. I'm hoping this is like the entry level of seeing some of these units get changed around, so that we can see a little bit more value out of that destroy set. Obviously it's been a rune that's been incorporated into the game, but it's not part of the meta at all. You don't see anybody use it, so I'm super excited to see where it kind of goes now. The additional effect on the wind, Hell Lady with the capture guarantees the stun of the enemy's HP is 30% or less. I don't really see the value in this, because people are speccing the Hell Lady to do a considerable amount of damage, and generally speaking, if you're rocking a good, I mean the multiplier in my opinion is pretty darn good. If you're under 30% HP and you do the capture attack, generally speaking, you're going to be killing the unit. If you got it set up to crit. So I doubt that it's going to happen. If you're going up against like a fire-based unit I see if you're going up against like a fire-based unit that's under 30% HP. I like the guarantee of the stun because you might not crit on that, but if you guarantee a stun, then hey, there you go. That's understandable. Dark Hell Lady, that's a nice little change. Getting the invincibility for one turn, that's gonna mix and match some of these ADs that are coming out. And not just Guild Wars, but sorry, not just Arena, but in the Guild Wars, if you're playing around with certain compositions and whatnot, I can see people playing around with like a Theo, Dark Hell Lady, Chasoon. If you got something like that, if you're fortunate enough to have something like that, that'd be kind of neat. Let's take a look here. Serpents, that don't really care about them. A lot of changes on the Serpents. Samurai, yeah, Samurai. I think that was a kind of nice little change there. Generates a shield proportionate to the level for one turn, and then the damage is increased. I like the damage increase, especially for the people that are bringing the fire, light, and dark ones. They have that AoE attack, so if you're trying to make that wombo combo, that's going to kind of help with the damage on that. But yes, the water samurai is also a great unit as well. The attack bar manipulation on that third skill is something that I still think is undervalued. A lot of people still don't use it in certain compositions that can really take advantage of the attack bar manipulation. So take note, guys, that if you have a samurai, consider situations in the game that might find value in manipulating the attack bar 2 times to manipulate the attack bar by 50% a pop. To see if there's aspects of the game that might you be able to take value in that, and then see if you can work it into the thing. Because now that you got a shield, you're gonna have a little bit more survivability with this particular unit. Again, it looks like they are adding they're working in that destroy factor with the beast hunter. So I don't know if that's really gonna change the value of it. I don't know if people are gonna all of a sudden start making beast hunters. But again, we got to give a shout out to Comdos because I feel like it's something that's going in the right direction. I like that. Okay. Next up, we got ourselves the Fire Chimera. I ain't gonna lie. When I saw the Fire Chimera and I saw the recent change, I'm happy that there is a change. Because I mean they're starting to there's as you guys have seen in prior events, they're really starting to listen to the users out there and get some feedback. The attack bar manipulation 50%. That's nice. The attack speed. I don't know what it is. I'm liking the fact that they're mixing and matching the thing, but I still want to see something done with regards to the first skill and the third skill. I really feel that having one skill based on attack and one skill based on max HP really kind of shies me away from the Fire Chimera. But again, it's still an amazing unit out there. I know that my wife used to play around with it in Arena a lot, and now it's just she has fun with it in Guild Wars, so it's all good. Wind Chimera, super excited for all the Wind Chimera users. Increasing that stun chance, definitely going to be a strong user for all those wombo combos, whether it's Arena or Guild Wars. And then, of course, the cooldown reduction is always nice. So if you're rocking a Violent set, you got a quicker opportunity to get that skill back up and get it to it. But if you're using that one-shot turn, rocking that Swift team, then there you go. You're going to have yourself a quicker chance of getting it in. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Did that make sense? No, let me take that back. I'd say, so the cooldown reduction is nice, right? The cooldown reduction is nice. But, especially if you have the Violent set, because again, the quicker you can get that cooldown reduction is going good. But, at the end of the day, if you're using it in a wombo combo, generally speaking, you're gonna get the job done with the majority of the units taking them out. Before you even get that cooldown thing. But that being said, I'm still happy to see the cooldown reduction because I personally thought that was a little bit high. Okay, so like Chimera, unique change. Okay, stuns up to 3 enemies, including the target, and heals himself. If there are enough enemies to stun, the excessive stuns will heal allies with a low HP, and its healing amount is based on your max HP. Now it's changed to stuns all enemies with 80% chance, increases the attack speed for allies for all 2 turns, and increases the attack bar of allies. Wow. So again, shout out to YDCB. He's the only YouTuber out there that has the Light Chimera. You guys know that you're gonna see him ruin that baby up. So I'm super excited for that. Out of all the changes, I'm extremely excited for all my OG triple OGs out there. Y'all know what it is. So we got a lot of changes out there. In addition to Rakan, the Fire Chimera, Occult Girls were ones that, were just kind of hanging there on the whim and could definitely be a potentially great unit, but just didn't have everything it needed to get the job done. With regards to the sleep chance being increased by from 20 to 25%, I feel that's very nice. I think it's I think they also have a tick that allows them to increase it by 5%, the harmful effect rate. So when it's max skill, you can get that from a 25% chance to a 30% chance. So if it's a 30% chance, you bet your ass is you bet your booty is gonna be it's gonna be procking a whole lot, right? And so I'm excited for that because that's gonna be right in line with the um, Brownie Magicians, right? Brownie Magician's first skill is a 30% chance. So if you're one of those if you're one of those people that use that particular unit, that's an amazing unit, right? So let's take a look. We got the decreased defense from 30% chance to 40% chance. I'm kind of a big fan of all these skills. You're gonna take a look at the water, fire, and wind. All got increased from 30 to 40% chance. I feel that even though it seems like it's a small amount, because of the fact that it hits 3 times, I really feel like it's gonna impact it. I know that some people agree to disagree, but I do remember the meta when a lot of people were using the wind sylph, and I saw the value in the glancing hit. Three attacks on the cyclone for a 40% chance a pop, and it seemed like it was pretty unreliable with 3 attacks for 40% chance each time. So that being said, though, that's just my opinion. Whatever, it is what it is. But I'm excited for all the Occult Grow users out there. In addition to that, we got ourselves the OG. I mean, Fire OG. Oh my God! By far, out of all the 3 OGs, needed the biggest change and got it. It now has the ability to inflict continuous damage and guaranteeing critical hits on 30% HP or less. So I am excited for all the people out there that are looking to really spam those continuous damage effects on various stages of the game. That's going to allow you to load up those and whatnot. I could see both arena and I could see TOA, or PvP and PvE. Like I could see it used in many aspects. So I'm excited for both. The attack roll reduction increased from 10 to 15% for the Winter Cold Girls. I have that particular one, so my I'm very excited to see that one come about. For all those Nemesis users out there, setting those traps and whatnot, that's definitely going to help out. Light and dark, nice little changes, but again, no, one person has them in the game, so whatever. It's all good. Let's see the additional effect of the pulverize decreases the attack speed of the target for 2 turns if the target is under defense reduction effects. That can be unique. I can see some value in that. But again, I guess we got to wait to see it get used. The first and second skill of the living armors, especially the wind one, kind of gets overlooked when we're talking about living armors because we're so focused on copper and its third skill ability. So it's kind of neat to see some changes being made to its overall kit. I'm a big fan of the wind living armors kit all day. It got the stun, it got the defense break. So I mean, to make it, to provide even a way of decrease in attack speed, I think that's going to be pretty darn cool. So yeah, let's see what else we got here. Let's see. This ruins a living armor. Skill will now hit one enemy 3 times instead of hitting all enemies 3 times. I don't know about that, but again, it's monster balancing, so I can see why they would do something like that. Unique, but again, I don't think it's going to be a crazy game changer, whatever, for people. I don't see I'm looking at the big units that are making some changes. The Monkey Kings, I do like these. I do like these changes. Anytime you take any kind of harmful effect rate from 75% chance and increase it, from anywhere from 75 to 80, 85 to 80 to 85, whatever. It just, like I said, just makes it more reliable and whatnot. And a lot of these compositions, you build them a certain way to make their harmful effects, just be so much more effective. And so when you get the opportunity to have their harmful effect rate improved, it takes a little bit of that pressure off as far as trying to get an absurd amount of accuracy on the unit, because it just has the activation rate is just so much better. So the water ones, I'm excited to see that one for the all or nothing skill. Light and Dark Monkey King, not too concerned because nobody really uses it. The Dark Brownie Magician, yay. I have Corona, but you guys know that I only use it for the secret dungeons. But again, for the people that remember me from way back when. It used to be my dark tank before I got Corona, I think. Sorry, before I got Veramos, and so I would use it as a dark tank on the Spare Revenge, paired up with a good DPSer like Hua, and then like a defense breaker like Bella or something like that. Using that for Guild Wars and for Arena. Do you guys remember that? Oh my God, that was the shit. That was Veramos. No, sorry, Corona. It was Corona, Chandra, Hua, and Bella. That was like the go-to Arena team in the early episodes of Arena grinding when I got Corona. That was fun. That was fun. And then I made the Dream Team with the Corona team. All harmful effects. It was nuts. Sleeping people for 5 turns. Oh, it was sick. It was sick. Minotaurus. I'm glad that they are adding different particular skills. Now let's take a look at this, guys. I know that a lot of people. How do I say this? A lot of people are not really looking at some of these skills or whatnot. I'm kind of excited for these, like the headbutt, guaranteed to provoke enemy with landing critical hits. Um, I mean, I know some people don't see too much of a value of this or whatnot, but it's for all elements and for if you have some that you already made up, you made them up and you're looking to improve. I mean, being able to guarantee to provoke a team or provoke an enemy. Uh, I think there can be value. There's a lot of TOA stages where certain units such as Basalt and Mav shine, but let's say you don't have Basalt and you're looking for a certain element of a unit that maybe can tank or maybe can, like I said, provide you a little bit more provoking to help out Mav or whatnot. I like it. I think it's going to be unique. We'll see. We'll see if anybody uses out there, but being able to guarantee provoke when landing critical hits, and then you can build, your unit to have a high amount of critical rate. I see the value of that, and not just TOA, but I see the value of that in Guild Wars. Again, any opportunity that you take away your opponent's ability to use their game-changing skills on the second or third turn, I feel is still, I feel that's super strong. So yeah, buddy. All right. Cobalt Bomber, Wind, Electric Bomb, enemy skills cooldown by 1 turn now includes passive skills. So yeah, that is good. Yeah, shout out to all my Theo users out there one time. So I can see some interesting combos with that. Let's see. And then the Polar Queen, reduced cooldown, that's always a good thing. And let me take a look. You know what? I am super excited for all these Sylphid users, uh, especially the fire ones, the people that are going to incorporate them into different compositions for arena or for PvP. I can see the value in that. That's going to be good. Let's see the Acasis. Yeah, that's not a big enough change to allow me to use it. That's 2,000 LA. They're really gonna have to mix it up into making Acasis that much better. But let's take a look. Big change here for the Water Assassin. As you guys know, if you follow my channel, I got the Water Assassin a while back and eventually made it up, but then noticed that the Dark Harpy had a better activation rate on its skill. So I took a break on the Assassin to go to the the Dark Harpy, make that one up, and then I eventually came back to the Water Assassin because I decided to put I started to collect upwards of like 15 Devilmon or so. So I decided to invest my Devilmons into the Assassin because the overall kit of the Water Assassin was really, really strong. The defense break, the branding effect, and the attack bar manipulation of the Water Assassin really makes it a viable unit for the Rifting world. But if you've seen a couple YouTubers out there, they have used the unit to shine in various B10 clearing dungeons out there. So you can see a lot more value in a unit that's going to have even more activation rate. Like I thought that the 75% activation rate was pretty darn good, but now it's even better, right? It's even better. Okay. Phantom Thief. Yeah. You know what? I like this. The skill will now attack up to 3 enemies. Just providing a little bit more advantage to this. I feel like for the people that have the despairs on it, that's going to be unique. Another way of providing more, turn denial. So I like that. The damage increase overall, that's great. But again, I see more people building it more of a support based thing. So I don't know. I don't see anybody, getting too much value out of a unit that's gonna not do too much damage in general. But again, any damage added is always a good thing. So again, and then of course the attack speed. Chance, 60% chance to 80% chance. That's a big change, guys. I feel like that's gonna really, really make it do what it do. So I'm looking forward to seeing that, seeing how that works. I think it's gonna be nice. I think it's gonna be nice. Then we got ourselves the crime alert being reduced in the cooldown time. I do like that. The light Phantom Thief. I like the balance of the HP versus the reducer of the current HP. I like that. And then the dark Phantom Thief. This is unique. Critical rate increased by 20% goes to the critical damage increase by 50%. So that basically allows you to change how you rune it completely. I mean, and of course, I mean, you can turn, if you can get so much critical damage, you can play around with the hybrid format with a little bit more I don't know why you want to play around with HP, because its passive is unique. It reduces the amount of critical damage you take, or it reduces the chance of getting critically hit. So you don't have to go crazy on that. But if you're trying to make it more YOLO, you can do that and maybe add, either you can mix it up with the runes on your 4 slot, depending on how you want to go about it. You don't have to just go crit damage on it. Let's take a look. Let's see. Yeah, the AI, that's all good. The Death Knight, I guess I'd like to change. Yeah, it's gonna deal more damage. I mean, we're not building it on damage, so it's like whatever. We're using those units, with defense on it, so you're not gonna see a lot of extra damage because we're not gonna have a lot of HP. But again, if you are trying to look at your team and we're so infatuated with getting 1,500 defense, 25,000 hit points that we can we have people have shown time and time and again that you can play around with those numbers and adjust them as you need. You can add a little bit more HP, drop the defense just a tad, and still do it exceptionally well. Especially if you're bringing that defense leader to kind of back up those base stats that you have. So overall, it looks pretty good. I did see the Chimera change here. Resistance increased by 25%, change to accuracy. Am I happy with accuracy? Sure, because it's not resistance. I mean, the resistance didn't make sense when you have a unit that self-buffs himself immunity, right? What's the point in having resistance increase? I don't even know what they were thinking on that originally, but I'm glad that they changed it. But yeah, overall, really, really good change on that aspect. I'm glad they got the accuracy, especially if you do use it in a spot that's going to take advantage of those continuous damage effects. But overall, I'm excited that just seeing the stains, the changes that are changed. Last but not least, these stat changes. I mean, again, the Light Chimera is not a big thing, but I think the Water Monkey King alone. The Water Monkey King got the change with the 3rd skill on the Fanatic. That is great, but I feel like this one here, this change for changing to a monster type, that means that some people are going to be dusting it out of their monster box. I think they're going to be getting it out of there, playing around with it, and so I'm excited for all you guys that have the Water Monkey Kings and are being able to use it. Lord knows that a lot of people dust it off. That kind of reminds me of like I'm trying to think of what the unit is. I can't think of it now. I'll have to put it in the comment section down below. But I still remember so many unique units that got changed, and like all of a sudden everybody was everybody was building it, right? So it's like it's crazy. But overall, an amazing skill balance. I can't complain. I do like it. I'm excited to see what some of these Cult Girl users do, the Monkey King users, the Hell Lady users. It's going to be unique. So, all right, guys, that's pretty much it. Again, make sure you start doing what you got to do to get ready for that free Rune Removal Day. In addition to that, take note on these monster balances so you can make the necessary runes and improvements to make those unique changes on the skills shine. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. It's your boy Childish of ChildishPlays checking out. Take care, and we will see you next time, guys. Well.